Hey everybody, welcome to the Jayda InStitches show. Happy March! We've got a quick little applique for you today. It's a shamrock, also known as a four-leaf clover. It's a nice way to add a little luck to your spring projects. It's a scrap project, so you only need a little bit of yarn. So let's grab our hooks, head to the craft table, and make ourselves up a shamrock. To make this shamrock or four-leaf clover applique, you need a little bit of green yarn. I'm using 4-ply worsted weight acrylic today, but you can use whatever green yarn you've got lying around. You need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and I'm using a 4.25mm hook or a G6, but you can use whatever hook size works best with the size yarn that you've chosen. And once you've got all that, we can get started. We're going to begin with a cinch circle. Once you've chained one to secure your circle, you're going to work 5 single crochets into your circle. Remember to work over that little short tail because that's how we cinch the circle shut. Once you have 5 single crochets worked into that circle, grab the short tail, cinch it shut nice and tight. We're going to complete the circle by slip stitching into the first single crochet we made. And try not to split your yarn. Some yarn is more splitty than others. There we go. There is the center of our shamrock. We're going to begin to make the little leaves now. We're going to chain 3 to begin. And into this first stitch, so not, you see where it's come out of this little stitch here? So we've joined into this stitch, we've chained 3, and we're going to work into the same stitch. You're going to treble crochet to begin, so that's 2 wraps with your yarn around your hook, into that same place that you joined. Pick up a loop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap and pull back through the first set, wrap, pull back through the second set, wrap, pull back through the third set. That is a treble crochet. We're going to double crochet into the same place, so that's just 1 wrap. And it's a little tight, so be patient. Okay, another treble crochet into the same place, so that's 2 wraps. We're still working everything into the same stitch that we chained 3 out of. And now we're going to chain 3 and slip stitch again into the same place that we've worked all of those stitches. So just work that last stitch. It's tight, but the rest of them are not as tight. And that is your first leaf of your 4-leaf clover. We're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and we start again. We're going to chain 3. So we've chained 3 out of this stitch, and we're going to work the next 3 stitches into it. So we're going to treble crochet into the same stitch, double crochet into the same stitch, treble crochet again into the same stitch, and now chain 3 and slip stitch into the same place. Same place. There we go. There's your second leaf. You're going to do this twice more. So you're going to slip stitch into the very next stitch to start. Remember, you have 5 single crochets around your circle, and you're only going to end up doing this pattern in 4 of them because you want a 4-leaf clover. Chain 3 to begin, treble crochet, double crochet, treble crochet. This is all going into the same stitch. Try not to split your yarn. Chain 3, and slip stitch into the same place that you worked those 3 stitches. Right, I'll let you do the last one by yourself, and I'll catch up with you in a second. Once you've made 4 leaves for your 4-leaf clover, you should be looking at something that looks like this. So you have 1 real single crochet left, and that's a false stitch. Remember, there's always a little something that sits at the bottom of a chain 3. It's actually a false stitch, so you're going to ignore that. Slip stitch into the next real single crochet. We're going to chain 7. So now we're making a stem. So we're going to chain 7. There we go. So once you've got 7 chains, skip the first chain from the hook, find the second one, and single crochet into it. And single crochet into each of those chains all the way back to your 4-leaf clover. In total, you're going to have 6 single crochets in your stem. Once you're back at the beginning, you can slip stitch into the same place that you chained out of, or into the false stitch. So either of those spots is just fine. It doesn't matter because your little stem is going to cover that entire space. And there is your 4-leaf clover. Now, if you're going to use this as an applique, cut yourself a long tail. And fasten off. Give it a nice tight tug. If you've got little bits of your tail, I was working over my short tail, but if your little short tail is hanging out the back, then you just want to grab your yarn needle and weave it in. Otherwise, you are ready to apply this applique to whatever little project you feel needs a bit of luck. And voila, 1 4-leaf clover, or a shamrock. That's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Bye.